Lightning Rabbit, non-Apholis.
There we go.
Do you two want to make $1,000,000?
Not
We've been through this
particularly.
before.
Oh, I know that you've been through this before. But I have a new plan. A new plan that is going to make us all fabulously rich. A plan that is going to change all of your lives for the better forever.
Does it
Better
pay in
do.
frilly dresses? Because otherwise I'm not particularly interested.
You'll pay in money that can be used to buy frilly dresses.
Well, fair enough.
So, you two, especially you non-Apples, you know what, you collect
You know what it
things that children buy. Toys, and pretty dresses, and dolls, and books, and television programs, and all this stuff, right?
Television.
Other than television programs, yes.
Right. So, you know that kids love this sort of thing. They love comic books, they love movies, they love action figures, and dolls, and books, and card games, and all of these things, right?
Not card games, but otherwise I follow you. Keep going.
So what is it that, what has all of these elements? What is it that kids would throw all of their money at because it fits into all of these categories?
I really wish I knew where you were going
It-
with this.
It starts with The Evil Dead and ends with The Evil Dead. But without one of those two, sets of words.
Oh, right. I remember. I was going to say, what the hell is the Evil Dead? And then, of course, I remembered what it is. Oh,
see-
my brain.
It's alright. You see, ever since I started writing this Evil Dead fanfiction, I just cannot stop thinking about The Evil Dead and Army of Darkness.
Did you just, like, plug your
I
story?
told a story that I haven't even released yet.
I must
What
say,
about
It doesn't even exist. It's like people can look for it and then find nothing.
Well, that's one way of doing it, I guess.
It's the worst plug.
I must say, Duhad, I know exactly how you feel. As soon as I'm interested in something, I'm obsessed with it. The last 4 days, I've been doing nothing but watching and reading Lady Prince anime and manga. So,
Oh lordy, yeah. Well, as I said, I've been working on the Pony Dead fanfiction for a while now. It's not up yet, so don't bother looking for it because you won't find it. But I've been thinking, this has all of the elements that that children love. So,
sure.
what
I
else?
mean, as when I was a tiny little nonny cowering in fear of the dark and monsters under my bed, all I wanted was a good horror fiction.
Exactly. And
Eh.
one that has comics and movies and toys and all those other things, so you can surround yourself with that stuff.
I mean,
Really
even now,
embrace
as a
it.
grown-up lightning rabbit cowering under the bed sheets, I still like a good horror story to really send me off to sleep. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what else kids love?
What?
Theme parks.
Right.
I don't like theme parks.
There's got to be some way that you're going to link this up.
I like
because
mascot characters. Will it be a theme park with mascot characters?
It will actually.
Okay, well then it's amazing.
Perfect.
Does it have roller coasters?
It might have a roller coaster.
Well, then
We
I'm
can work
out.
that out. Okay, so here's the thing. How do we combine all this?
I have
Evil
no
Dead
idea.
Land.
Oh dear lord.
You
I'm
take the
slightly worried
kids.
that might already be a thing.
Might be, but we're gonna make our own version. It's Evil Dead Kiddy Land. The
Right.
kids, see, they're gonna live out the Evil Dead experience that all the children are been waiting for. First, they go to the park, and the park is just this turnstile out in the middle of nowhere. Like they have to drive out into the woods, and there's just like this stall, and there's this guy
Because
behind
children
the
are very good at driving.
Oh well, the parents bring them out there, of course.
We better build a tram.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. The kids are brought out.
Oh no, we don't need a
and,
tram.
It's a kiddie land, so the parents aren't allowed into the park. Obviously, it's just the kids.
Oh, we're not capturing children.
Oh,
that seems a waste
course
of
not. No, no.
time.
We just have the parents drop off their kids. They pay a couple of bucks. Then we take the kids and we put them in the back of an old Oldsmobile. Then we lock the doors
Okay.
for safety.
I like old cars. I'm following you.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Oldsmobile sounds like a nice idea.
Yeah. So then the driver, he
I
drives
believe
the kids.
Nancy Drew drove an Oldsmobile.
Oh, nice.
Mm,
Okay.
I
so
had an Oldsmobile. Well, my dad did. I didn't have an Oldsmobile.
good cars. So We get the kids into the Oldsmobile, and we lock all the doors. And the driver gets in the thing. He drives them out to across the rickety old bridge over the Great Canyon, where the river running through it, and that's where they bring them to Evil Dead Land, which is a cabin out in the woods.
Yeah, I felt it required that, but no one actually did it. So.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, we have a sign and everything. It's like Evil Dead Kiddy Land, so the kids know that they're in a fun place. So then the driver, he kicks them out of the car. He just sort of like pulls them out. He's like, "There you go, kids. Welcome to Evil Dead Land." And then he gets back in his car and he drives off.
Right.
Okay, so just dump the kids in the wilderness without adult supervision.
Well, that's part of the Evil Dead experience, obviously. I mean, we want these kids to have the full Evil Dead experience. Also, hello, Husky. So, they're out of the cabin. And, of course, it's not Evil Dead unless it's nighttime. So, we leave them out there until it gets dark.
Okay.
Don't worry. We've left some fun things for the kids in the cabin. You know, they've got classic Evil Dead things like big root cellar and a fireplace. There's some pokers, like a fire axe and some wood so they can start a fire.
Lots of sharp things.
Well, of course, yeah. The kids. We don't want the kids to get cold, so they'll have the means to start a fire in the fireplace. Give them some lighter fluid so they can help start that thing up. Everything the kids need to have a good time and keep themselves warm.
Okay.
So when it starts getting dark out, this is when the fun begins. And we're going to let the kids know the fun is beginning, because someone's going to be running around outside, like, smacking on the window panes, going, "Hey, kids! Welcome to the woods! Your parents are nowhere around!"
Your parents are dead. No, okay.
No, we don't want to scare the kids. They're just beating on the windows and saying,
"Oh,
"Hey,
okay.
kids, the fun started now!"
That sounds extremely, creepy.
They're saying that it's going to be fun times for the kids, Lightning.
I don't care.
The kids are going to know
Sounds
that
creepy.
it's a good time. So, the kids, they're all like, "Yay, yay, yay, we're at Evil Dead Land, and there's the Evil Dead smacking on the windows and telling us what a good time we're going to have."
This sounds very cheap, actually. Yay, welcome to Evil Dead Land. It's not actually anything high budget, it's just a guy smacking on the window.
Well, that's because we haven't got to the good parts yet. See,
no, do tell, Duhad, do tell.
We're going to put our budget into really bringing in the experience. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got a bunch of people dressed as trees. And by a bunch of people, I mean you and Nani. And
I'm too short to be a tree.
Well, you're not actually trees. You're just holding big pieces of wood and you're smashing in the windows.
Oh. I'm too short to reach the window.
Well, you get a very big log and you just smash in the windows at the kids. So the kids are like, oh no, it's just like in the movie where the trees smashed in the windows. Oh, I'm having such a good time.
The trees are coming to get us!
Did that ever actually happen in the movie?
It happened at one point, and they actually, mentioned that one of the things that they really wish they had known about was that when filming the original film, they didn't have enough money for breakaway glass, and then later on they realized, oh wait, you're supposed to use sugar glass and stuff because you could really hurt someone with flying glass.
Well, I'm glad they realized that at some point at least.
Yeah.
Wait. They broke windows of real glass when there were people running about.
Well, there were people inside, yeah, because the thing is, they didn't, these were student filmmakers at the time, they had no idea about anything.
Well, you think you'd know that.
Wait, though. There's common sense. It doesn't all have to be about knowledge. There's common sense that says glass and humans do not go together.
Yeah, they were also kind of stupid. They, most of the people who worked on the movie, actually the people who made the movie themselves, the director, the producer, and the main character, all got seriously injured at several points in the film because they kept on smashing themselves into bits of wood or falling over things, or just not having the budget for health and safety standards and trying to do all the dangerous things themselves to not put their extras at risk.
Well, at least that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, but to reenact this experience, of course, we're going to be smashing in the glass at the kids.
You're right. Real glass.
Real glass.
No, of course not. No, we have fake glass. But we're going to make it look real, so that the kids think that's real glass. So they know that we're being true to the original source material.
Okay.
Right.
By the way, how are we taking into account that there are parents that have actually let their children watch this film?
Well, I don't know. That's really the problem of the parents. They really shouldn't have been letting their kids watch these films in the first place, but they did, and now the kids
How do
want
we
to go
know
to
they
Deadland.
did? How have you done the market research on this?
You know, I mostly just did some guesswork. I looked around at all the stuff. There are comic books of this. There are video games of this. Kids like video games. Kids like comic books. I'm pretty sure that probably means kids have watched these movies a lot.
Sure,
Probably.
sure.
So, point is, we're breaking in the glass. The kids are running around. They're screaming stuff. This is where we have the actual, Evil Dead of the Evil Dead come in. And how that's going to be is we're not going to possess the kids because clearly that would be ridiculous. Kids are terrible actors. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour raspberry jam all over Lightning Rabbit. And he's going to just kick in the door and scream, "Hey kids, I'm the Evil Dead!"
I'm not
Lightning
really.
Rabbit doesn't have an American accent.
He has
Yeah.
to put on an accent for the thing. He's acting, not Avalis.
Loki
sure I can
says,
do
"Isn't
that."
lightning a tree?" Yes, Loki. I believe he was a tree a few minutes ago, but he's a jam
the
thing
Evil
now.
Dead. Yeah. Now he
I'm
turned
not
into
sure
jam, so
I'm
he's
that
Evil Dead.
extroverted that I can do that in public.
Okay, fine. I'll do that, you coward. We'll have
Right.
another role for you. You're going to be the Evil Dead in the basement.
Right.
So when the kids see me bust in, and go like, "Rah, I'm the Evil Dead, kids." Their
They'll
first
go,
reaction
"Oh,
is-
a man with a beard."
yeah, they go
Right.
to jam, obviously, to get that real Evil Dead vibe. So they're gonna be freaking out. They're gonna be like, "You know, we should go into the root cellar." Kids love root cellars.
I love root cellars.
Exactly. And were you am not a big kid. Therefore, kids like root cellars.
In some respects, yes.
So they're going to go to the root cellar. Oh, was that not Atlas?
Can I be in charge of the special effects makeup?
Excellent. Perfect. Yes.
I'm not much of a
Yes,
scary
yes.
person, but I like makeup.
Oh, that's fine. You can just break the glass of the windows with the logs.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can do that, and we'll have something else for you to do later on, but for the most part, you can just be makeup. So Lightning Round, because you were antisocial and you don't want to be involved with the kids,
I don't think I said that.
well, you're going to have a special job. You're going to be in the basement, and you're going to be Harrietta, the big, ugly, Evil Dead monster in the root cellar. And you're going to, like, pop out of the root cellar and be like, "Rah! Rah, kids! Rah! I'm in the root cellar, but I'm also very shy, so I'm not going to actually come out and be fully exposed. Rah!"
Right.
Because we're trying to make you comfortable.
Well, I'm glad that you took it into consideration at least.
Anyway,
Although I
Luke?
don't know how happy I am about being called big and ugly.
well, and this-
Loki-chan says we can make Cabral be the monster in the basement since he sleeps so much.
that would be good, though we have another job for Cabral. See, Cabral at this point is the ghost of the guy
Christmas
who...
past?
Well, he's the guy who originally read the evil book and let the evil dead out in the first place. So then he hops out of the thing and he goes, "Ah, kids, I am dead, but I can still save you. We're going to throw the evil dead into the time portal." And at that point, Nautilus, you pull out the time portal.
Okay.
Which is basically a sack, and you put it on the window. One of the windows you broke at. And Cabral, he runs over, and he grabs the kids and starts throwing them out the windows into the sack, one by one.
Right.
Loki-chan says, what if Cabral oversleeps and misses his role?
Well, then, at that point, the kids have failed to stop the evil, and I grab them and throw them into the sack.
Oh, wonderful.
Exactly.
Lovely.
So the kids are in the sack now, which is the time portal. And then we take the sack and we toss it back in the Oldsmobile, which is returned. And we're going to drive the Oldsmobile back out to the place, and that's them traveling through time. And we drive them to the medieval festival of England.
There's a medieval Renaissance festival now.
Yes, there is. We've set that one up beforehand. So there's the medieval fair, and we drop them out of the sack in the medieval fair and say, "Hey kids, look! You're in medieval times now!"
Oh, can I be a medieval woman who plays the harp? Because I have medieval clothes and a harp.
Okay, you are playing the harp in the middle of this medieval village, and that way they will really know it is medieval times.
I'll even sing ancient medieval languages.
Perfect. That is amazing. So then the king comes out, and Lightning Rabbit, you're the king.
as well.
Yay! He has the perfect accent.
Exactly. So, of course, being a king, it'll be your job to go over to the kids and say, "Well, hello there, little children. Where did you come from?"
Do I have to sound like that?
Well, no, you can. You really want to go like, "Ho, ho, ho! Hello, children. Welcome
He
to
wants you
England."
to talk like Santa Claus.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. The King of England and Santa.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it requires me to sound like Father Christmas somewhat.
Dom and Husky are now apparently also working at the Renaissance Fair.
Perfect. We'll bring them in. Domirisov, he's a knight. Husky Torchik, he's the king's servant. So Lightning
course.
Rabbit, you take the kids, you put them on your lap, and you say, "Hello, what can the King of England bring you for Christmas, little boy?" "Oh, girl, we're
What
not
things are we
sexist."
going for here?
Oh, Duhad, how does your mind work?
I'm not sure.
Only I knew.
Your ideas are so interesting.
Well, so Lightning Rabbit, you're taking down the kids' Christmas wishes, but don't forget this is still Evil Dead Land and the Evil Dead experience.
Right.
So at this point,
Those are two separate
Yeah.
things, are they?
me and Cabral
Evil Dead Land
rush
and
in,
the...
covered in jams, head to toe in jam.
Jeez.
wearing,
I
like,
hope you're wearing something
pajamas.
under that. Okay, yeah.
And
cover
we
that
start like
base.
pushing over people and just being like, "Ah, we're evil dead and we're pushing over the English." And like we go over to like the bread baskets and just start throwing bread everywhere.
Well,
And-
you are covered in jam, so
Oh, yeah, exactly. So it's delicious as well. It's serving a dual function.
this is how we feed the children.
Exactly. So then we get into a big fistifight with King Santa and his servants. And now you're playing your harp. You're really going to town on this thing because we need some exciting
You're
music.
going to
It's
choke
become
me,
a
last
harp-like power ballad.
Exactly. It's just like on the
That's
harp.
not what a harp sounds like.
It is when you hook it up to an electrical outlet.
They make electric harps.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So finally, King Santa, Lightning Rabbit, obviously. You finally, just punch me and Cabral right in the face, and we just fall over. It's like, aha! Ho, 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 kids! King Santa has finally defeated the evil dead, and I'm going to return you home. Hop in my Oldsmobile.
Doesn't he have a sled?
He has an Oldsmobile.
Oh, is it red?
It can be pulled by
We're
reindeers
gonna-
and it can be red.
We're gonna dump some more jam on it, so it's got a red look to it. So the kids hop back into Santa's Oldsmobile, and he drives them back to the place where the parents were. And the parents have just been there this entire time, just kind of staying by their cars, waiting for their kids to get back. And this big bearded man in a completely
Oh, I have a
jam-covered
wonderful
car.
idea.
Oh.
I have a wonderful idea. We can put a maid cafe where the parents wait.
Okay, fair enough. We'll bring
I will
them
sew
to Maid
all the
Cafe,
costumes.
where they were apparently having some coffee or something, and this guy wearing chainmail with a huge white beard taped to his face, who is like his fists are covered in jam, and he's in an Oldsmobile just splattered in jam. And he has the kids, and the kids are all they got some jam on them. They're sort of dusty, and they were in a sack, so they kind of smell a bit funky. But
All
they're
their
fine.
good clothes got ripped.
Yeah, their clothes probably are. They're just generally looking disheveled because they went through time. They had an Evil Dead adventure.
Yeah,
And,
and by that we mean we put them in a sack that was disgusting and filled with questionable substances beforehand.
There was just jam, Lightning Rabbit. Where do you think we kept all the jam? I mean, it's not like you can just walk around with pockets full of jam.
Well, I think that's just as stupid of an idea as putting it on a sack, to be honest.
That's ridiculous. The sack is bigger.
I thought jam jars were commonplace in America, but maybe not.
No, we just keep them in sacks.
Right.
Sacks. So yeah, the
fair
kid,
enough.
they returned to the parents. The parents were like, "Oh, hey Billy, hey Susie," because all the kids are named Billy and Susie.
Of course.
How did you enjoy your time in Evil Dead Land? And the kids are like, "We really enjoyed it. It was great. I want to come
Why
back
is-
for my birthday."
I
Why
love
does
Evil Dead
Jenny or whatever her
Land.
name was? Yeah, why does Jenny or whatever her name was sound like a middle-aged man who smokes?
Because she smokes a lot. It's terrible. It's really sad.
Because
Sounds-
Duhad isn't handing me a script to read.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
We're doing this off the cuff.
Pretty much. I had like some original notes like way back, but this is mostly just completely improv. But yeah, no. So obviously, this is how we make our money, and this is how we're gonna make a couple $1 million.